Hi, this is Steve Stine from Guitar Zoom, and today what I want to do is give you a tip about pre-practicing, warm-up practicing before you actually hit the good stuff, okay? If you think about it, if you've ever gotten up in the morning and you're going to practice, or you get home from school or from work or whatever it might be, and you grab your guitar and you're going to play and your fingers feel like they don't feel good, right? They feel thick or heavy or whatever might be going on, and you just can't seem to find that place where you need to be so you can start practicing and feeling good about yourself. And I think what happens a lot of times is that people just jump in too quickly. So what I do, and I certainly do it even more as I get older, but what I do is I pre-practice, which I could call a warm-up practice. I've always called it a pre-practice. But basically what it is let's say I was going to do some sort of exercise, some sort of technical thing on my guitar, or some sort of thing that I'm looking for strength building. But I grab my guitar and my fingers just aren't doing it. Like I think to myself, okay, well, yesterday I was doing this at 160 beats per minute on the metronome. But today I'm not even close to that. And then I start getting frustrated and stressed and all that other thing. And what I learned was what works really well for me, and it might not work for you, but this is something I do on a daily basis to sort of organize my practicing, is I will pre-practice. So let's just take an example. Let's say I was going to do this. I'm going to take a pattern here that's going to look like this. It's going to go 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8, and it's just going to go backward. So it's looking like this. Okay, so I just want to go around. And that's my warm-up. That's going to be my practice, right? So I'm trying to do this practicing thing. These are just little things I like to do on a daily basis to get my fingers going. So I'm going 5, 7, 8. And what I'm doing is I'm just picking each time I hit a new string. So I'm not picking on any particular place. It's just every time I move to a new string, I pick. So I pick, 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 pick. So that's how I'm doing it. It's just a basic exercise that I like to do. It's not about how fast it goes. Your fast and my fast could be very different. You could be way faster than me or whatever. It's just about warming up. That's what I'm doing. So I'm trying to focus on two things. I'm trying to focus on moving it fairly quickly, but I'm also trying to focus on keeping all the fingers even in terms of their dynamic or the way I'm hammering and pulling my fingers as I do it. So I'm hammering, pulling, so as I'm doing it, it's not just how fast can I do it, but can I keep it even? Now, let's say I'm doing that, but I'm just not having much luck. It's just not going the way I want, and I'm getting really frustrated. And this could be any exercise that you're working on. So what I do is I bring it down and I do a pre-practice with it. So I think about how I can simplify this idea into something that I need to work on that of its core element. So if I think about it, what I'm really doing here, regardless of the string that I'm working on, I'm using a fingering combination of 1, 3, and 4. Right? That's what this whole thing is, regardless if it's on the third string or second string or first string. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the third string and just do the third string and forget about the second and first. And what I'm going to do is just try and do this. Okay, you'll notice I'm kind of holding the other strings quiet while I'm doing this, so all I'm hearing is that third string. And you don't need distortion if you don't want it. It's kind of nice to have because it keeps the string going a little bit more and makes you feel a little bit better sometimes, but you could do this on acoustic if you want superhuman strength. And you could certainly do it on a clean channel too. I kind of like it with the gain on there, so it works pretty well for me, and it's a little bit easier because the gain helps me, certainly. Okay, but let's say I was even having a problem with that. It's just not lining up. It's not feeling the way it's supposed to feel. So I would take a step back even further. Now again, my practice is still coming. I'm just pre-practicing. I'm prepping. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break apart these two finger combinations. I've got my 1 and 3, and my 3 and 4. And I might just do some basic warm-up to get those fingers going. I might just do a 1 to 3. Just to get that going. Now again, this can get kind of tough to do, and it can get kind of frustrating if your fingers get a little worn out. But the goal is to really hammer and pull that as best you can, keeping that string straight. You know, don't pull it or anything like that. And I'm not trying to go as fast as humanly possible. I'm just trying to get the blood flowing through my fingers, right? I'm just trying to get everything warmed up a little bit, which I'm already feeling a little bit better. But that's what pre-practice is all about for me. So I'm not getting frustrated because something isn't working. I'm just taking a step back to try and warm everybody up here. So I might do that for a while. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the deadly 3 to 4 finger combination. I'm going to warm that one up. Just getting everybody going. And again, I'm not doing any particular tempo or any particular time. I'm just getting my fingers, I'm getting blood flow in there. I live in North Dakota. Sometimes we have 30 below zero, 40 below zero weather. You come inside, your hands aren't working as good as you might like. So it's nice to just warm up the muscles a little, get the tendons moving, get the blood flowing a little bit. I might even do like a different kind of exercise like this. I might go... just to kind of get everybody going. And then once everything starts feeling better, I might drop it back in there and see how it goes. And then again, if I need to, I take a step back, do a little bit of pre-practice to get everything prepped up. And when I'm feeling good, I move forward. So it's a great little thing that you can do that keeps you from getting way too frustrated. And it really focuses on the core elements, because what you'll notice is what I did was I started with this patterned idea that I like to play. But if the pattern idea isn't really working, what I do is I take a step back and make it smaller. So I'm eliminating the other strings. And then I'm even eliminating some of the finger combinations and just focusing on those certain finger combinations to get everybody warmed up. You know, in tradition, these two fingers, your first and your third, are going to work pretty great. It's your third and your pinky that you're going to have a lot you're going to have a harder time with those fingers. So if that's the case, why not just start off warming up with some finger combinations that get those guys moving in the first place, then go ahead and move into your practice instead of struggling the whole time. So just a little tip to help you a little bit in organizing your daily practice or your weekly practice or however you have it set up to strengthen those fingers and make you feel a little bit better about the things that you're working on your guitar, learning how to break stuff down a little bit. Okay, so take care, stay positive, and I'll talk to you soon.